Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class of mathematics. This is our lecture number 2 of chapter 13, Exponents and Powers, for the students of class 7. In the previous lecture, we have started with this chapter, Exponents and Powers. In lecture number 2, we will discuss about, first, we will recapitulate the main points, the concept that we have learned in lecture number 1. After that, we will start with laws of exponents. This is important topic in exponents. After that, we will discuss remaining questions of exercise 13.1. So, in previous lecture, we have learned that we can write large numbers in a shorter form using exponents. We can write large number in shorter form using exponents. And we have learned that repeated multiplication of a number is our exponential number. Okay, repeated multiplication of a number is the exponential number. Suppose here I am taking 3 and I am taking the repeated multiplication of the number 3. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. And how many times this 3 is being multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 3 is multiplied 5 times. So this can be written as, in short form, this can be written as 3 raised to the power 5. Or you can say 3 to the power 5. Or 3 to the 5th power. Here, this 3 is known as the base. The number which is being multiplied, that is known as the base. And the superscript, or you can say the number of times the 3 is multiplied. The number of times 3 is multiplied, that is its power, or you can say exponent. Okay, so here 3 is the base and 5 is known as exponent or power or index. So exponential number means repeated multiplication of a number. Okay, so we can say exponential number, or you can say notation, is equals to repeated multiplication. Okay, this we have learned in lecture number 1. Now let us start with the laws of exponents. So laws of exponents are the rules which we can apply on exponential numbers. So let us understand first rule, or you can say first law with the help of an example. Here I have taken 2 raised to the power 3 into 2 raised to the power 2. How you will read this number? 2 raised to the power 3 into 2 raised to the power 2. So 2 raised to the power 3 means 2 into 2 into 2, because this base denotes the number which is being multiplied, and 3, this power denotes the number of times the base is multiplied. Okay, so 2 is multiplied here 3 times. So 2 by 3, 2 raised to the power 3 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2. Same for 2 raised to the power 2, this can be written as 2 into 2. Now here I am observing that 2 is multiplied 5 times. Okay, so it is again the repeated multiplication of 2. And how many times this 2 is being multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this can be written as 2 to the power 5. So simply we can say that if we are multiplying 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 2, the result is 2 raised to the power 5. Okay. Now let us consider one more example. Here I am having minus 3 raised to the power 4 into minus 3 raised to the power 3. So minus 3 raised to the power 4 means minus 3 being multiplied 4 times. So minus 3 raised to the power 4 can be written as minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3. These 4 times. Now Second is minus 3 into 3, minus 3 raised to the power 3. So this can be written as minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3. Here minus 3 is being multiplied 3 times and here minus 3 is multiplied 4 times. So overall, again I am here I am observing that the minus 3, this is the same number which is being multiplied, and how many times it is multiplied? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in exponential form, I can write this number as, I can write the repeated multiplication of minus 3 as minus 3 raised to the power 7, because minus 3 is multiplied 7 times here, and power denotes the number which is, power denotes the number of times which the base is multiplied. So simply I can write this minus 3 raised to the power 4 into minus 3 raised to the power 3 is equal to minus 3 raised to the power 7. This I have explained why it is minus 3 raised to the power 7. Similarly, if I am taking one more example, a raised to the power 2 into a raised to the power 4, it will become a raised to the power 6. Okay, so one point you have to note here that in each case the base is the same. Base means the number which is being multiplied. Here we are multiplying two numbers in exponential form and the bases are same. Here also the base is same, and in first example also base is same. Okay, so the base is the same and the sum of the exponents is 2 plus 6. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Here if I am taking the example, I am taking this particular example. Here I am observing that the base is same, and here I am getting the exponent that is equal to the sum of these two exponents. Okay, 2 plus 4 is 6. Let us consider this in previous examples also. These are bases are same and the powers are being added to get the result. Okay, simply you can say that these powers are added to get 7. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Same here. Here the bases are same and we have added the powers to get 5. Okay. Now based on these examples, let us fill these boxes. To 6, we are observing here that the bases are same. Okay. So what we have observed in the previous examples, if the bases are same and we are multiplying them, then the powers being added. We have to add the power. So in box we must have 8 because 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. This is only in the case when we are multiplying the exponential numbers having same base and we are multiplying them. Okay, so power get added. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. Why these are added? This I have explained with proper calculation, because we are getting the powers to be added. Let us consider one more example. D is any number, d to the power 10 into d to the power 20. In between we have multiplication sign and here also bases are same. So powers get added, so it will be 30. Okay, so this will be 30. So based on the previous examples, we came to a conclusion that a raised to the power m into a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. This we have done. This we have observed from the examples that I have explained. Whenever the bases are same and we are multiplying the exponential numbers, then powers get added. So this is our first law of exponential. This is first law of exponent. A raised to the power m into a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. Whenever you are multiplying two exponential forms and we're having same bases, then the powers get added. Okay, so the result of this is equal to this one, where a must be non-zero. Value value of a should not be 0, and m and n are whole numbers. These does not belong to negative numbers, because whole number involves 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So these m and n always belongs to the whole number. So this is our first law, that whenever you are multiplying any two exponential numbers having same bases and different powers, or they may be same also, then the powers get added. And this law is known by the name multiplying powers with the same base. We are multiplying the powers, we are multiplying the exponential numbers having same base. So this is known as multiplying powers with same base. Okay, so let us recall it again. A raised to the power m into a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. Whenever the bases are same and we are multiplying the exponential numbers, we are multiplying these powers, so then in that case the powers get added, the exponents get added. Okay, so that is equals to a m plus n. So this is our first law. Now come to the second law. For that, consider some examples. 3 raised to the power 7 divided by 3 raised to the power 4 divides me. We are doing the division of powers now. Okay, so 3 raised to the power, this can be written as 3 raised to the power 7 divided by 3 raised to the power 4 is equal to 3 raised to the power 7 means 3 is being multiplied 7 times. So I have expanded this. This means 3 is multiplied 7 times. Okay, and this denominator 3 raised to the power 4 means 3 is being multiplied 4 times. So I did this. After that, as this is the division of the numbers, so we can cancel them. This 3 is cancelled with this 3 is cancelled with this 3 is cancelled with this, and this 3 is cancelled with this. We are left with 3 3's. Okay, so we are left with 3 into 3 into 3, and this can be written as 3 raised to the power 3, because we are multiplying 3 and the number of times that 3 is being multiplied is 3, so that will be 3 raised to the power 3. Okay, now consider one more example. 5 to the power 6 divided by 5 to the power 2. So this can be written as 5 raised to the power 6 divided by 5 raised to the power 2, because this is the division. So this is same as this one. Now expand this. 5 to the power 6 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. This 5 is being multiplied 6 times, and this 5 to the power 2 can be written as 5 into 5. Now these two 5 get cancelled with these two. Now we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 5s. Okay. So we are left with 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. And here I am observing that 5 is multiplied. This is the repeated multiplication of 5. And so the base will be 5. And how many times it is being multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be the exponent. Okay. So this can be written as 5 to the power 4. So what we have observed that 5 to the power 6 divided by 5 to the power 2, that is equal to 5 to the power 4. Here also in first example, whenever we are dividing 3 raised to the power 7 to 3 to the power 4, that is equal to 3 raised to the power 3. Here what I am observing that the bases are same. If we are dividing the numbers with same base, only the powers get subtracted, because 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. Here also I am observing that 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Similarly, for any number a, if you are dividing a raised to the power 4 divided by a raised to the power 2, or this can be written as in the form a raised to the power 4 divided by a raised to the power 2. A raised to the power 4 means a is being multiplied by 4 times. So here I have taken a multiplied 4 times. Okay. In denominator I am having a to the power 2. That means a into a. Now these two a get cancelled with these two. We are left with only 2a. So a into a, that is a square. Okay. Because these are the a into a is a square. This is multiplication of a, repeated multiplication, and how many times? 2 times. So this is the repeated, this is the base, and as it is multiplied 2 times, so the power will be 2. Therefore, a to the power 4 divided by a to the power 2, the result is a to the power 2, or you can say a square. Okay, so now with the examples, let us fill these boxes. For any non-zero integers b and c, we have to fill these boxes. B raised to the power 10 divided by b raised to the power 5. Here we are dividing two exponential numbers having same base, and in between we have the division. So as we have observed from the previous examples, then if we are dividing two exponential numbers having same base, then the powers get subtracted, then the exponents get subtracted. So 5 to the power 10, b raised to the power 10 divided by b raised to the power 5, that is equal to b raised to the power 10 minus 5, that is equal to 5. Okay, whenever you have the same base and in between you have the division, then the powers get subtracted. Let us consider one more example. C raised to the power 100 divided by c raised to the power 90. Here also I am observing that these bases are same. We are dividing two exponential numbers having same base c, and in between we have the division sign. So the powers get subtracted, so it will be 10. Okay, now in general we can write this rule as a to the power m when divided by a to the power n. What we have observed from the examples, that the powers get subtracted in this case. If we are dividing two exponential numbers, then if we are dividing two exponential numbers having same base, a may be any number, any number other than 0. Okay, so any integer other than 0. A may be any integer and other than 0. So a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n, the powers get subtracted. Powers get subtracted only in the case whenever we are dividing two exponential number having same base. Okay, where m and n are whole numbers and m must be greater than n. Okay, m must be greater than n, so that we get the positive exponent, we get the positive power. So this is our second rule. Whenever you are dividing any two exponential numbers having same base, the powers get subtracted. So this is our second law of exponent. Okay, in first law what we have learned? We have learned that if we are multiplying any two exponential number having same base, then the powers get added. And here in second law, if we are dividing any two exponential numbers having same base, okay, then the powers get subtracted. This is our second law. Now come to the third law of exponent. For understanding that, let us consider some examples. Here 2 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 2. Again I am reading this number, this exponential number. 2 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 2. Okay, what this number means? It means that this number 2 raised to the power 3 is being multiplied 2 times. Okay, so we can write this number in this form, that 2 raised to the power 3 is being multiplied 2 times. First I have taken this number which is in bracket. Okay, 2 raised to the power 3. It means this number is being multiplied 2 times. This is only the repeated multiplication. Exponential number we have learned, that is repeated multiplication. So now 2 raised to the power 3 into 2 raised to the power 3. That is what we have learned in first law, that whenever we have same base and in between we have the multiplication sign, then the powers get added. So it will be 2 raised to the power 6. Because here I am observing we are having same base and in between we have the multiplication, so the powers get added. So it will be 2 raised to the power 6. So the result of 2 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 2 is equal to 2 raised to the power 6. And this is equal to 2 raised to the power 3 into 2. Because 2 raised to the power 6 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3 into 2. Okay. So let us consider one more example. Here I am taking 3 raised to the power 2 whole raised to the power 4. Okay. 3 raised to the power 2 whole raised to the power 4. So how you will write this number? It means 3 raised to the power 2 is being multiplied 4 times. So I will write this in repeated multiplication. 3 raised to the power 2 is being multiplied 4 times. This is first, second, third, fourth. Now again, we are observing that the bases are same. You can apply law of exponent for any number of exponential numbers. We have discussed only for 2 numbers, but you can apply it for any n number of exponential numbers. Okay. Here we are having 4 exponential numbers, and in between we have multiplication sign. So the powers get added. So 3 raised to the power 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. You can apply this law with any number of exponential numbers. Okay, here we are given 4 numbers, 4 exponential numbers. So we can apply the law of exponent. Okay, so here again I am observing we are multiplying the numbers having same base, that is 3, and in multiplication we have in between them we have the multiplication, so the powers get added. So all the powers get added now. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is equal to 3 to the power 8. And 3 to the power 8 can be written as 3 raised to the power 2 into 4. What we are observing, if we are having power to the power, okay, power to the power, then the powers get multiplied. This I have explained with the explanation with the 2 examples I have taken. So this is 2 into 4. Sorry. What I am observing, whenever we are having power to the power, then the powers get multiplied. Because we are getting 3 to the power 8 on simplification, and this can be written as in the form of this. Same here in first example, we are getting 2 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 2. We are getting it 2 to the power 6, and that can be written as 2 raised to the power 3 into 2, means power raised to the power means powers get multiplied. Okay, so this is third law. Let us consider 2 more examples. This is again power to the power. This is the base, and again we have power to the power. It means powers get multiplied. So its result will be 2 raised to the power 3 into 2. Powers get multiplied, that is equal to 2 raised to the power 6. One more example. 7 to the power 2 whole raised to the power 10. Again I am observing this is a number having power to the power. Okay, power ki power to the power. So the powers get multiplied. So it will be 7 raised to the power 20. One more example. A raised to the power m whole raised to the power 3. It means again it is power to the power. The power will be multiplied now. M into 3 is 3m. Okay, so it will be a raised to the power 3m. So in general, this is our third rule. We have learned from the previous examples, when we have power to the power, then the powers get multiplied. Okay, so a to the power m whole raised to the power n, that is equals to a raised to the power m into n. Okay, this is m into n. So this is our third rule. You can say third law of exponent. A to the power m whole raised to the power n, then the powers will multiply, where a is any non-zero integer and m and n are whole numbers. So this is our third rule, third law. So in this lecture, in this lecture only we will learn about 3 laws. In the next lecture we will learn 3 more rules. So we have 6 laws. 3 we have covered in this lecture, and 3 more we will cover in lecture number 3rd. So let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. We have learned Basically, we have learned about the laws only. So first law, whenever you are having same base and in between you have the multiplication, then the powers get added. Okay. Second law, we have learned that if you are dividing any two exponential numbers having same base, then the powers get subtracted. And third law, when we have power to the power, then the powers being multiplied. So these we have learned in this lecture. Hope you have understood this. Now come to the exercise 13.1. So in 13.1 we have done questions up to question number 4 we have done in lecture number 1. So let us start with question number 5. Express each of the following as product of powers of their prime factors. We have given some numbers and we have to express these numbers in the power of the prime factors. Prime factor means, prime numbers means which are having only two factors, 1 and the number itself. It means we have to express each given number in the form of powers in prime factors. Okay, so this is the first part. This is first part. I am taking 648. For that I have to take the prime factorization of the given number. Here I have taken the prime factorization. So this number get divided by 2 at 324. Again this number get divided by 2 at 162. Again, so this is the prime factorization. This you have done many times, so I am not explaining this. So 648 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So this is the multiplication of prime factors. Okay, this number 648 can be written as the multiplication of these prime factors. Now we have to express this number in powers of prime factors. Okay, so it has two factors, 2 and 3, two prime factors. So we have to express this number in the powers of prime factors. Okay, so here I am observing that 2 is coming 3 times, so this can be written as 2 raised to the power 3 because base is 2 and it is multiplied 3 times, so that will be its power. Same for this, 3 is multiplied 4 times, so 3 to the power 4. So this is how you can write a given number in the powers of the prime factorization, prime factor. So for that you have to take the prime factorization of the given number and then you have to do like this. One more part I am taking, that is part number 2. Sorry, this is part number 4. So one more part, that is part 4. I am taking 3600. We have to express this number as a product of powers of their prime factors. Okay, so first I will take the prime factorization of this. The prime factorization of 3600 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. Okay, now we have to express these prime factors in powers. Here I am observing that 2 is multiplied 4 times, so this can be written as 2 to the power 4 into 3 is multiplied 2 times, so this can be written as 3 to the power 2, and 5 is multiplied 2 times, so this can be written as 5 raised to the power 2. So in expressing the number as a product of powers of prime factor, we have to take the prime factorization of the given number and then we have to write that in powers. Okay, now come to question number 6. Question number 6 is we have to simplify. Second part I am taking 7 to the power 2 into 2 to the power 2. Means we have to simplify. So 7 raised to the power 2 can be written as 7 into 7. Because power means the number of time the base being multiplied. Here the power is 2. So it means 7 is being multiplied 2 times. Same for 2. The power is 2. It means 2 is multiplied 2 times. Now you have to multiply them. 7 7 ja 49. I have multiplied these. 2 2 ja 4. You can multiply in any of the way. Okay. So this is part 2nd. Come to part 8th. 3 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 4. We have to simplify it. 3 raised to the power 2 can be written as 3 into 2, 3 into 3 and 10 to the power 4. It means 10 is multiplied 4 times. So 10 is multiplied 4 times. So now you have to multiply 3 3 is 9 and I have multiplied this. Again I have multiplied. I will get the answer 90,000. Come to question number 7. Again we have to simplify. Now these are negative numbers, that is an integer. So minus 3 raised to the power 2 into minus 5 raised to the power 2. Here this means minus 3 is multiplied 2 times. I did this, and minus 5 is multiplied 2 times. Now minus 3 into minus 3. Again we are multiplying two negative integers. This we have learned in chapter integers. If you are multiplying even number of negative integers, the sign will be positive number. Positive. Okay. So minus 3 into minus 3 is plus 9, and minus 5 into minus 5 is plus 25, because we are multiplying two negative integers. So 9 into 25, this is 225 is your answer. Question number 8. This is the last one. Compare the following numbers. Compare means you have to tell which is greater and which is less one, which is smaller. So we have two numbers. Now 2.7 into 10 to the power 12. This is first number, and this is second, 1.5 into 10 to the power 8. So first I will remove the point. Now 10 to the power 12 can be written as 10 into 10 to the power 11, because 10 to the power 12 means 10 is being multiplied 12 times, or we can say this is 11 times and this is 1 time. So this is overall 12 times. So it will be, when we are multiplying this, it will be 27 into 10 to the power 11. Now come to this number. If I am removing the decimal, so I will split this power. This can be written as 10 into 10 to the power 7. So it will be 15. On multiplying this, it will be 15 into 10 to the power 7. Now here we have 10 to the power 11, and here we have 10 to the power 7. We are observing that this is 10 to the power 11, and here it is 10 to the power 7. So if I am going to multiply, I will observe that at the end of 27 we have 11 zeros, and here 15 and 7 zeros. So which number is greater? Obviously this number is greater than this. Okay, you have to compare them any of the way you can compare. If you don't want to do this, you can simply tell that this is greater because this is having large power. This number is being multiplied large number of times, so this is greater. So this is all about exercise 13.1. Now come to the homework. Homework you have to do question number 5, first, second, third part, question number 6, fourth to 8th part, question number 7, first to 4th part, and question number 8, first, second part of exercise 13.1 in your homework notebook. With these questions, you have to revise laws of exponent that we have learned in this lecture. We have learned 3 laws that you have to revise. So this is all about lecture number 2. Thank you.